When you have billionaires, people who came from nothing and actually built a fortune and are now multi-billionaires, when they speak about something, you know they are not playing around. You know they do open their mouth to say something that a lot of people in the market will listen. Well, we have Mark Cuban, the owner of the Dallas Mavericks, actually jumping on Twitter and responding to the tweets we got yesterday from Gary Gensler, the SEC chairman itself. All right. So before let's just read first of all what he said. First of all, ask any retail investors to define insider trading. This is back to what Gary Gensler tweeted yesterday about when it comes to market manipulation, insider trading, all of the things they look into fixing in this market. Now he's responding, ask any retail investor to define insider trading. Why? Because we know what it is. We can see it on some of the plays we are also invested in. Your lawyers rarely agree. How can they know? Why won't the SEC honor the right to a jury trial? The risk doesn't leave the system is your best line, Gary. The risk in dealing with the SEC is always because of your system. He doesn't stop here. He continues by also responding to another threat. If someone asks a lawyer, that was Gary Gensler yesterday, or an accountant or advisor, if something is over the line, maybe it's time to step back from the line. Well, he's saying, how about making the lines bright and clear so people know what the rules are? The problem isn't that people are looking for gray areas, is that there are rarely defined rules. Regulation through litigation traps all the people who can't afford a lawyer, an accountant, or an advisor. Pretty much, Mark Cuban is saying, hey Gary, listen. We all know what you guys are doing. You're not actually trying to do what is necessary in order to fix the issue here, because you may be talking pretty much every week. That's good, that's fine, we applaud it. But the thing is, it doesn't do shit to what these guys on the other side are still doing. Why? Because there is no line. There is no line on the, there's no defined line at all. They use these loopholes. They use these, as far as they know, there won't be any retribution. If it's not, fine. But what is a fine? What is a 70 million fine to a company like Robinhood, who is worth billions of dollars? Even more so, what is a 100 million fine for a company like Citadel, who is making that amount in a matter of few hours in the market? Nothing. So as much as they will have the ability to pretty much do whatever they want because they know the SEC won't do anything at all, you cannot expect the market to change unless you start listening to the retail investors, because these are the guys who are the most wrecked by this manipulation and corruption taking place on the street. So I think this speaks volume, guys. It does. It is what it is, because Mark Cuban, he's a billionaire. And I always say here on my channel, guys, these billionaires, they belong to the same inner small circle. So the fact that he's willing to sit down and talk with Gary Gensler, maybe he's kind of pointing out to the SEC what actually needs to be done here, because he knows, he sees what is happening. Okay, so maybe we have an advocate here in the name of Mark Cuban, and definitely that it's a pretty good weight coming from someone like him talking to someone like Gary Gensler about something like us are invested in a stock like AMC. So definitely, let's see how he will react to this, and let's see if it will actually gain some traction. Maybe some other billionaires will come here and put some more pressure. But that's why we need to continue to speak out and uncover what is going on behind the scenes with these stocks.